Hello, my name is Dave Mercer, and I'm here to talk to you about Unified Christian Media Services. Unified Christian Media Services is a brand new Christian faith-based media service that is being created by God's Tabernacle Miracle Worship Center in Kaiserslautern. What exactly is it, and what do we plan to do? First of all, it is a three-part media service that is going to have a magazine, a website, and a GodTube channel. Hopefully, in the future, we will also create a cable TV network. Let's talk about the magazine first. The magazine is going to start off with a 12-page magazine, and hopefully it will grow to more than 50 pages. We're going to come out and do articles on each one of your churches. And we're going to talk about the pastors, we're going to talk about your church services, we're going to give them information about the times and exactly what is going on in your church. If you have any programs that is important, anything that you are doing that would be important for people to know. We want to bring out the personal side of your church service. We want to be able to show people exactly what your message is, what your vision and your goal is for your church. We want people to know you. We're going to have an area in the magazine called the Pastor's Pulpit. This is an area for a pastor, for one of the pastors that participates in the Unified Christian Media Times to be able to send their message to everybody that buys this magazine. Then we're also going to have current events. If you have something important that's going to be going on in your church, you need to let us know so that we can do an article, we can advertise for your event and let people know what's going on. Then the last part, something that I feel that is very important is we're going to have an area that focuses on teens. Because you know what? Teens are our future. They are so easily misguided and we don't get enough information out there to help them. We need to help direct them to a Christian faith-based life, and this is a good way for us to do that. Okay, let's talk about the website. First of all, on the website, we are going to be able to broadcast live. We can come out to your events, to your church services, whatever you feel is important that you want people to know about, we can come out and broadcast it live. It's going to have a directory, once again, for all of your churches, so that we can direct people to your churches to make your churches strong. Why is this important? You know what? A website is nothing if you don't direct people to it. If we have one directory to where the word gets out to where everybody can go to there so that they can go out and see each one of the churches in this area, this is a very important tool that we can use to grow the Christian faith. Thirdly, we're going to have a GodTube channel. Why, if we're going to broadcast live, would we want to have a GodTube channel? You know what? We want people to know what we did in the past and where we're going in the future. We can create commercials. We can do whatever will make your channel stronger. Also, GodTube is international. We can take and send this out, and everybody that has a Christian faith that has any dealings with the GodTube will be able to see your video, and your church will become stronger because of it. Okay, what's our goal with the Unified Christian Media Services? Our goal is to make the Christian faith, the Christian voice stronger in this area. We want to unite. When we have unity, through unity we have power. If we have power, our voice becomes strong, and you know what? We can help shape the people of this time. When we don't have the unity and our voice is weak, people are going out and finding some other way to have their lives shaped. We want to be able to shape their lives. We want to be able to give them Christian-based values. We want to be able to let them know that there is something better in this world. We want to go out and touch people. We want God to come into their lives, and we want to be the media that does it. So if you want to find out more, please contact me at unifiedchristianmedia@googlemail.com. We are here to help. If you have any ideas that will help the Unified Christian Media Services, please let me know. If there is something that you need in your church, please let me know, and we will do whatever we can to help you out. Thank you, and God bless.
And I just felt like, where God was taking me in terms of speaking to the culture, particularly the 7 mountains, that I really feel like as we go forward now in ministry to time comes, that the church has got to speak on 7 things, and which calls me to link up with a man of God called Bishop Harry Jackson. Those 7 things are: 1, the church has got to be speaking not only to the 4 walls, what we've done before, but if you're in the city or in a church and the mayor doesn't know you and you don't know the people in government, I'm not really sure how much you're impacting anything. I'm not saying you have to go drink coffee with the mayor all the time, but you have to understand and impact government. I think at the local level, at the national level and beyond. I think the church has to impact government. Here we are now as a church, and we're finding ourselves camps of the church believing our president's agreed that marriage is, he's evolved on marriage and talking about same-sex marriage. Why should there be an argument? If the church is reading the same Bible and we're together on things, we understand that we need to affect government. There's nowhere in the Bible where the king, the prophet, always went to the king and gave the king advice. But now the king is calling the prophets in and giving them advice on what to do. And so I really believe that we have to affect government. We have to affect the media. I think we have to affect education. That's why we have a Christian school here. We believe that the children of Israel did not leave Egypt and then send their kids back to Egypt to be educated. I think only Christians are that stupid. We cry about education. We cry about what's going on, but we won't take control of it. Here in Germany, I find that kids would rather buy a new BMW or cuckoo clock, but than to spend the money to educate their children. Also, the mountain of religion. I think we really need to speak to understanding and coming together, not being a universal church in such a way that we are friendly seekers, but I think we need to get along. We need to be able to understand, like in battle, there's the Air Force, there's the Marines, and there's the Army. You don't see them despising each other only in play when there's not war. But when there's war going on, when I'm sitting there on the battlefield, I got a lot of Air Force jokes, but I love the bombing before I bring in my units. And so that's important. So, you know, not only the mountain of religion, the mountain of media as well. We've got to be able to affect media. I really believe right now that, for instance, the Trayvon Martin case. It just sparked a fire across America. And many people were hoodwinked and bamboozled. Didn't get the facts, didn't know the facts. White man kills unarmed teenager. Well, finds out he's not white at all. He's Hispanic. But then the New York Times says white Hispanic. I asked all the Hispanics in my church, what is such a thing? I've never heard. I've been living almost 60 years. What is a white Hispanic? We have been played by the media too long until we understand that the answer to that is a good evangelist with good news instead of the news that they've given.